Welcome to Dartmoor National Park. Up until a few days ago, Dartmoor National Park was the only place you could legally wild camp in England and Wales, thanks to the Dartmoor Commons Act 1985, which allowed people to conduct any open-air recreational activity here on Dartmoor, whether it be hiking, wild camping or other outdoor activities, as long as you arrived on foot or horseback. However, a hedge fund manager and major landowner here in Dartmoor, Alex Darwall, who owns about 4,000 acres of land in Dartmoor National Park, decided he wanted to put an end to wild camping here for good. To give you a bit of background on the man behind the controversy, Alex Darwall is a British landowner and wealthy hedge fund manager.
That's our job, is to make money.
I did some digging and found Darwall donated a sum of £89,999 to UKIP, the Leave campaign and the Conservative Party between 2014 and 2019. £5,000 of this money was a donation to the current MP of Totnes, Anthony Mangnall's campaign. Remember this detail as it's important later on in the video. Darwall owns several large tracts of land across the UK. One of these is the 16,000-acre Sutherland estate in Scotland, which he bought in 2016 and subsequently hit the headlines when he restricted access to gold panners and imposed fees on them. Darwall bought the 4,000-acre Blachford estate in Dartmoor National Park in 2011. Something I find very ironic is that Darwall's Dartmoor estate has been receiving financial support from the European Agricultural Fund for Rural Development. He received £187,000 in subsidies in 2021 alone. These state benefits he receives come from taxpayer money, which only makes his move to restrict public access to Dartmoor all the more hypocritical.
I think they run the risk of losing sight of what we're here to do, which is try and make money. That's our job, is to make money. I'm unashamed, we try to make money. So he took a court case to the High Court to dispute exactly what constitutes an open-air recreational activity, as defined in the Dartmoor Commons Act 1985, arguing that wild camping was not explicitly mentioned in these laws. Darwall said the main motivation for wanting to ban wild camping in Dartmoor was to improve conservation. However, he's gone against the advice of environmental experts and has released populations of pheasants next to a protected woodland, putting a rare species of beetle at risk, showing once again that it's all about money. The court, under some wildly skewed logic, ruled that wild camping does not constitute an open-air recreational activity. How they reached such an absurd judgment has baffled people across the country. And Darwall's donation to Mangnall's campaign has been leading people to speculate that he's bribing officials to pass draconian laws to the detriment of the people of the land. So now Dartmoor joins the rest of England and Wales as a place where wild camping without permission can constitute trespass. From what I've seen on social media, the change in laws has only encouraged more and more people to wild camp here in Dartmoor, with masses of people coming this weekend to protest the change in laws. I've seen a lot of people saying that it's now a criminal matter to wild camp in Dartmoor, whereas in other places in the country it's just a civil matter. I see no reason to believe this, as there was no legislation created criminalising wild camping in Dartmoor. Wild camping was simply specified as not being an outdoor recreational activity. So wild camping here should fall under the same laws as the rest of the country. It becomes a potential civil trespass. Wild camping is defined as pitching a tent or setting up camp with the intention of sleeping or living there from an hour after sunset to an hour before sunrise. If you want to help overturn this judgment, there's a petition you can sign in the video description. You can also contact local MPs like Anthony Mangnall to ask them to condemn the decision in the courts. These politicians are hungry for votes, and if they see enough public demand for certain issues, it can get them to incorporate it in their policies. Anyway, I forgot how windy it is here in Dartmoor and I forgot my tent pegs, so I'm going to enjoy this fine winter night under the stars, and I'll leave you with a quote by Thomas Jefferson. If a law is unjust, a man is not only right to disobey it, he is obligated to do so. There have been a few updates since this was filmed. Firstly,
Anthony Mangnall, the Conservative MP for Totnes, whose campaign received £5,000 from Darwall, was asked to comment on the case, to which he said that MPs should not and do not comment on legal cases, showing that it only takes £5 to influence a politician and buy their silence. Sure, it's not the most corrupt thing this government's done in recent years, but it's definitely notable. Other MPs like Richard Ford and Luke Pollard haven't been shy to condemn the ruling. Dartmoor National Park announced that it had reached an agreement with the landowners to allow camping in certain areas for one night for a fee. This fee will be paid by Dartmoor National Park via the Department for Environment, Food and Rural Affairs as an annual licensing fee, meaning even more taxpayers' money is being diverted into Darwall's pocket in return for the land being greedily excluded from the public.
I'm unashamed, we try to make money.
Thousands of people attended a protest in Dartmoor on Saturday demanding the verdict be overturned. Dartmoor National Park was originally going to appeal the decision, but it's unclear if that's still on the table now they've reached an agreement to pay the landowners. I'll keep you updated, so make sure you're subscribed, but for now, it looks like Alex Darwall is getting his way.
Try and make money. That's our job, is to make money. I'm unashamed, we try to make money.